out on my local trails today in an area called Bald Hill that's actually located in my town. It's one of the few areas of trail networks that's actually got some elevation gain to it. So I came out here today to get a little bit of elevation gain. It's gonna be a pretty chill day. Get some blowdown here. Gonna duck my way through here. Piece of cake. So I've been keeping my running streak alive, but just barely. Like, you know, everyone's got good and bad days, and I just keep having more and more of these bad days. Today I woke up just kind of grumpy, you know. I didn't really want to lace up the shoes. I didn't really want to get out the door, but I did it. I'm here. Which way do we go? I'll go this way. Oh man, this trail is totally flooded out. There's like an inch of water all the way down. Hopefully it doesn't completely get washed out down here. That's a lot of water. I'm gonna gingerly make my way around the edge here. So I think I've been having a lot of these highs and lows lately, more low days than highs, for a number of reasons. But first off, probably the biggest reason is an email I got the other day from the Vermont 100 endurance race. The race director emailed out the cancellation email. So that was kind of my A-list race this year. And yeah, it's not happening anymore. But it kind of stinks because I was getting pretty hopeful given that the CDC kind of loosened some of the regulations and a lot more races have been happening lately. So I'm pretty bummed that they decided to pull the plug on it. I mean, I don't blame them. I know it's a ton of work to put on the Vermont 100. It takes a lot of people involved. It's a lot of planning and logistics. And with the current state of things, I know it's a lot harder to accomplish. But I see all these other races just continuing to move forward. So I had my hopes up. So yeah, that's numero uno why I've been a little bit deflated lately. And it's been a lot harder to lace up the shoes. Second thing is my real job, you know, not this YouTube thing, has been just totally bonkers crazy. And I'm gonna have to travel for work in the coming months. I'll be down in Florida. Shout out to Florida if anyone's watching. Let me know where the trails are down there. So, you know, the combination of just my A race being canceled and work being crazy and family life being crazy, it's just kind of added up to kind of a deflated day, a double D, we'll call it. And it's been a lot harder to get the shoes on every day to keep my running streak alive. Anyways, that's enough of me whining and complaining. I just want to let you know that you're not alone if you're feeling this way. You know, it's easy to paint a pretty picture on YouTube of everyone living this glamorous lifestyle of, you know, getting on the trails every day and, you know, happy-go-lucky Dave, but some days it's really hard. Today's been one of those days. However, the sunshine is definitely helping the situation. Anyways, that's just me whining for the first couple of minutes of this video. If you feel the same way, or you're in a bit of a slump, let us know in the comments down below, and maybe some peer pressure, peer support can help you out. I'm also curious if you're watching and your race has been canceled, let me know about that in the comments down below, because as far as I can tell, Vermont 100 is one of the rare races that has been canceled. And, you know, I'm really curious why they decided to do that. They wrote a really long email about it, but it was almost like a copy paste from 2020. Anyways, in light of that race getting knocked off my calendar, I've been trying to think of other opportunities, and I've got a couple of ideas. But one of them is really aggressive and probably not realistic. It's actually a multi-day run. It's something I've had on my bucket list for a long time. Oh man, check out this puddle. I have to cross this puppy, a little rock hopping action. The other bummer is that because the race got canceled so late, it's May now, a lot of the alternative races around here are all booked up. So there's not really a lot of opportunity to find something else to do. And I do still have the Mid-State Massive 100 on my calendar in October, and I'm pretty confident that they won't cancel because they didn't cancel last year. Ah yes, here's one of the beautiful views of the power lines. It's quite majestic. So I've got a new watch on my wrist today. I've got the Amazfit Stratos 3 here. It's actually pretty cool. It's got a very large display, which Makes reading it really nice. Kind of reminds me of like a Garmin Fenix 6X, like one of the larger ones. And I'm comparing it to the Garmin Fenix 6 over here on my right wrist. Of course, with the heart rate strap on to get the accurate data. So stay tuned for a video on that coming probably next week. So I'm kind of intentionally getting lost today. I've only got a couple of hours before my kids have to go to soccer practice. So I'm trying to make the best of it. Today started in the high 30s. It was like 38 degrees when I got out of my car, and it's supposed to get up to like 45, but it's still pretty early, so we're not there yet. And I opted for some comfy layers today because I didn't plan on moving too fast. Spring in New England can be pretty beautiful though. We've got all these mosses start coming in and everything gets really green and kind of lush. It feels very like elfish, like we're in like the Hobbit land or something. And it'll only continue to get better through May and June. This whole area gets really dense with forest. Right now everything's still pretty dead from the winter. And unfortunately that's about when the bugs come out. Here in New England we get really bad black flies, we get ticks. Ticks are terrible up here. The ticks become a real issue up in the mountains in New Hampshire and Maine for moose. We've got wild moose up there, and what happens is the ticks just get a hold of them, like thousands of them, you know, get all over their fur and they eat them alive basically, to the point they basically just can't survive anymore. So a lot of dead moose are found just randomly in the wild due to being ticked out, we call it. Those things are nasty. I know there's like the butterfly effect where if you kill off a species, other species die. But those are one of those animals or insects I just wish didn't exist. This video is kind of all over the place. I really don't have a topic for you, but I'm gonna hit you with a fun fact. Last summer, a chimpanzee got loose in my town, and it was spotted all over town, up in trees, in the forest. And every time I go for a run around here, I always think I'm gonna come across some chimpanzee just hanging out, found a way to survive for a year. They never found it. The thing went missing. It was spotted a couple of times, and yeah, they never found it. Pretty wild. Here we are at the summit of Bald Hill. This is where the cell phone antenna is located for obvious reasons. This is kind of the high point of the town, so they put a big tower up here. I guess that makes sense, but it's not very pretty. I'm actually using the maps on my Garmin Fenix 6 to find the rest of the trail here. I think we've done it. I think it's right here. All right, so now we're gonna be running downhill for a while. Anyways, that's kind of all I've got for today. Just wanted to do a quick update about the running streak and about my race being canceled. Keep you guys in the loop. If you enjoyed running along with me today, maybe hit the thumbs up, subscribe down below, do all the things down there. Let me know if your races have been canceled. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, I'll see you next time.